It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today as we start a brand new week on the channel. Today is a Monday, and for the first time in a little bit, we're making it a true Iron Maiden Monday. Up the irons, y'all. This is going to be a special one. You know, Iron Maiden, this reaction channel started with music from Iron Maiden, and I still have an interest in exploring their music. I have done, y'all, more videos on music from Iron Maiden than any other band. I think I've done 30 of them, which would make this the 31st. But only one of those has included a song from their debut album. That was episode 119, The Phantom of the Opera. That was from April of 2021, early on the channel. And many folks, Iron Maiden fans especially, have been asking me to get to more of their early stuff. So today we're going to be doing just that. We're looking at music from their very first album, their debut album, and we're going to do all of side one today, y'all. We will finish out the full album listen with side two next month, but today I'm listening to all of side one, and I'm pumped about it. So this album, it was released in April of 1980 and was met with critical and commercial success. It peaked at number 4 on the UK charts. The band recorded at Kingsway Studios in West London, and the album was completed in just a few weeks. And as I read in, members of the band ended up being critical of the sound quality on this album, the way that it was produced, but many of the fans were quite drawn to the powerful and raw nature of the sound of this album. So today, like I said, we're going to be looking at side one. The songs that are going to be included are Prowler. I am going to include Sanctuary. I'll talk about that one. And then we get to Remember Tomorrow, Running Free, and we'll finish out with Phantom of the Opera. I'm really excited to get to this, y'all. It's been a while since we heard some great music from Iron Maiden, especially on a Monday, and I'm looking forward to this one, especially because we've got Paul Di'Anno on lead vocals. He, the original vocalist. Dave Murray is on guitar. Dennis Stratton is on guitar and backing vocals, and he is making his only appearance on an Iron Maiden album. Steve Harris, who we all know and love, is on the bass and backing vocals, and Clive Burr is on the drums. So we start off with a song called Prowler. It is the very first song on the very first album. So let's start there, shall we? Off we go with Prowler from Iron Maiden. Here we go. Got a rhythm over here and a lead over here. Off they go. Subtonic. Back to 1, and they're in E minor. See the ladies flashing, all their legs and lashes. I just gotta find my way. Up by half step to F. Back down to E. Flat 6. Flat 7, 1. Very first song. Of course they would do E minor, flat 6, flat 7, 1. Of course they would. That's different than before. Before they did an F natural. That's an F sharp. Up to A, down to E. That's an E, down to D, down to C, down to B, then back up. Got me feeling myself and reeling around. Flat 6, flat 7. We're not talking about a very nice protagonist here. It's a prowler, an exhibitionist, a stalker who is sneaking up on women and flashing them, I think. Can't you believe your eyes? It's the real thing, girl. The great hook. I like Paul's voice. It's been a long time since I heard him sing. Few years. So, yeah, he's got a nice color to his voice. Next up is Sanctuary. And here's the thing. This is the second single that the band ever released. And it was originally left off of the album, which is strange to me. As I was reading in, it wasn't included on the original album track listing, but I kept coming into it and kept reading about it and kept seeing it included. The original North American release included it on side 2, but the version that I'm listening to right now is the 1998 remastered version of the album, and Sanctuary was included as the second track on the album in that edition. So that's where I'm putting it now. I want to hear this. It was included in a bunch of best of lists for the band. So I want to make sure that I include this as it was recorded with all the other songs. So up next is Sanctuary from Iron Maiden. Off we go. Again, starting over here. Now they're in D. Play the bass. Steve. They move to the 5. I am being drawn to Steve's bass playing. So again, I will wait till the solo's over. Down to C, then back to D. Just subtonic. Then back. comes the... Okay. He's on the run. What I was going to say is, again, we have a protagonist who's not the best kind of person. First guy was a prowler. This guy is on the lam and running from the law. So now I've got to look for sanctuary from the law. Cool. Again, another really interesting and grabbing hook from Steve musically, and all of the bass work. How about all of that? That was cool. I'm going to keep right on rolling, friends. This is fun. The next song up is called Remember Tomorrow, and this is one that was co-written by Steve and Paul. And Paul said that the title was inspired by his grandfather, who had passed away at the time that they were recording this. And he used to say, or at least Paul is talking about his grandfather, that his grandfather used to always say, remember tomorrow, as an encouragement to persevere, because tomorrow might be a better day than today was. So I'm curious to hear this one. This is Remember Tomorrow from Iron Maiden, and it goes like this. Here we go. Minor, up a half step to F, then back down.
Unchain the colors before my eyes. Yesterday's sorrows, tomorrow's white lies. Scan the
So that lowered second scale degree brings in Phrygian mode.
I shall return from out of
Nice. Great things you can do with multiple guitarists. Tears for remembrance and tears for joy, tears for somebody, for this lonely boy.
This lonely boy out in the madness, the all-seeing eye.
I like the way that it's mixed, although this is the remastered edition. So far, I'm enjoying the songwriting. To the subtonic, we went to D. Back up to E. Woo! Wow. Flat 6, flat 7, 5, 6. Back into the opening sound with that Phrygian mode move. So that's E, and he goes up a half step to F, and then back.
Unchain the colors before my eyes. Yesterday's sorrows, tomorrow's
Unchain the colors before my eyes, yesterday's sorrows, tomorrow's white lies. Scan the horizon, the clouds take me higher.
Clouds take me higher.
It's a restatement of the first verse.
From Malibu.
Another great hook. Up to the 5th. Up to the 5. Then up to the 6th of the key. Bit of a major sound on that last chord too. I really enjoyed that one. It had a lot of nuance to it, different types of sections. That hook with the 5th and then going up to the 6th of the key was really a nice melody and great guitar solos too. It's just, Iron Maiden, it's their first album and they're already doing it. They're doing it the right way. Okay, what's next? It's a song called Running Free. And this is another song that is co-written by Steve and Paul. And Paul has written the lyrics here. This, as I read in, is the very first single release from Iron Maiden. It was released in February of 1980, a few months before the full album. And Paul has remarked about these lyrics that they're autobiographical. They're about him as a kid. So let's see what Running Free is all about. Off we go. Ooh, kind of a shuffle beat. Back in E. May, do.
Okay.
Flat 6, flat 7, 1. May, do.
260, big on drum, out of money, out of love. I got nowhere to call my own. Hit the gas and here I go.
That could be
I'm running free, yeah.
many 16-year-olds. I am running free.
I'm running free, yeah. Oh, I'm running free. I spend the night in LA jail. Listen to the sirens wail. They ain't got a thing on me. I'm running wild. I'm running free, yeah. I'm running free, yeah.
And another great sound. They haven't done a shuffle beat yet, so they're giving you, even though they're kind of hanging around E minor
Get out my way.
as a preferred key, they're giving you different rhythms and styles. Lovely.
I'm running free, yeah. I'm running
Felt like that little interim section could have had some more lead in it. It's like they were just biding time before the next chorus. I like the drum breakdown though. like the edginess of Paul's voice. I think it fits the music very well.
I'm running free, yeah. Oh, I'm running free. Oh, I'm running free, yeah. I'm running free. I'm running free.
Hey,
I'm running
take go.
I'm running free. Oh yeah, running. I'm running free. Yeah.
So apparently Paul was running free as a youngster. Whew. All great songs so far. And like I said, that was the very first single that they released as a band. And apparently that's also when we get the very first appearance of Eddie on this single artwork a couple of months before the full album drops. Pretty cool. Pretty cool bit of history. Okay, let's finish outside one with the one from this album that I've actually heard. And this is Phantom of the Opera, although it's been a few years since I've listened to it. So it's going to be like coming back to something that I'm not very familiar with, but I'm looking forward to it. This is the longest song on the album. And remember, Andrew Lloyd Webber's stage musical, The Phantom of the Opera, which is kind of, this generation's, or the last 40 years, kind of our most well-known adaptation of this story. Lloyd Webber's stage musical did not debut until 1986. So this adaptation and retelling a little bit, or inspiration, comes from the actual novel by Gaston Leroux. So let's take a look at Phantom of the Opera as performed by Iron Maiden. Off we go. Almost has a Yes vibe to it at the very beginning. Ends on the 5. Bum, 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 bum. E minor, how about that? That's Ray, May, Do. Nice. Subtonic. Right up the minor scale. The rhythm, that's better. I was going to say the rhythm between the bass and the melody didn't quite fuse together like they wanted it to. The bass is behind a little bit, the voice. It's doubling it. I don't know if they're designed to be just off or if that's just the rawness that we're including in this. Different section. Down to D, down to C, back to E.
Keep your distance, walk away, don't take it, baby. Don't you stray, don't fade away, yeah. Watch your step, these are too dead to come by me, yeah. Don't you stray.
Different section yet. flat 6, flat 2 to 3 to 1. How about that? 6. F to G to back to E. Okay. That's Iron Maiden. 1, flat 7, flat 6, flat 7, 1, and E minor. That's how we started. That's how they're going to finish this side. I read this is one of the most often performed songs that the band has included over all these years in their live shows. Because it's proggy for them. They got lots of different sections here. Everything's in E, but all of these sections give us a slightly different feel. It's a pentatonic scale, y'all. Works and works and works and works. It's just really sturdy. Back into this different section.
I'm running and hiding in my dreams, you're always there.
I'm running and hiding in my dreams, you're always there. You're the Phantom of the Opera, you're the devil, you're just out to scare. And that's the end of it. You haunt me, you taunt me, you torture me back at your lair. Now, who's the person doing the speaking here? It's not the Phantom of the Opera. It's Christine. It's told from the perspective of Christine, not the Phantom. Let's see. I've been looking for verse 1. I've been looking so long for you now. You won't get away from my grasp. You've been living so long and hiding behind that false mask. I'm wondering, you know, if you're not paying attention, that's like, oh yeah, it's the Phantom talking out at somebody else. You're standing in the wings, there you wait for the curtain to fall, and knowing the terror and holding you have on us all. It's Christine talking to the Phantom, I do believe, and I think the way that Steve is using it here in this piece is that it's an allegory for someone who wants to break out of a cycle of running from or hiding from their fears. And in this instance, I think the phantom and the devil are one and the same. Verse 3, I'm running and hiding in my dreams, you're always there. You're the phantom of the opera, you're the devil, you're just out to scare. She is, or Steve is, equating the phantom and the devil as the personification of the fears that are holding us back from our full potential. Really neat song. Quintessential Iron Maiden, right? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, friends, there we have it. That is the first side of Iron Maiden's first album. You know, as I was reading in, there's a lot of information about this band, and every time I come back to one of their songs and do a video on them, I learn more about the band. They formed all the way back in late 1975, and they went through several different lineup changes before recording a demo, a 4-song demo. That was done in late 1978. And that demo led to them getting a record deal with EMI, and then that led to them recording this album. And when the album did well commercially, they really broke out and became the pioneers, one of the pioneers of the new wave of British heavy metal, right, at the turn of the 1980s. And, you know, they've proved their worth by continuing to create great music and give top-notch live performances. I've looked at several of their live performances in my videos featuring their music, and I like them as much live as I do their live recordings, sometimes even better, because they're such a great live band, you know? And so from this album, 43 years later, they've played, from what I could grab on the internet, over 2,500 live concerts. And they've released 41 albums with music covering a wide range of topics, including history. Steve's really into history. He's really into literature. They talk about war and conflict. They talk about mythology and religion and society itself. There's not a whole lot of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. We're talking about real stuff, y'all. And it's part of the respect that I have for this group and part of the reason why I keep coming back to Iron Maiden. This was fun to get to all of side 1 on an expanded Metal Monday. Y'all, it's been fun. We'll get to side 2 in a few weeks, probably next month, but that is all for today. I thank you for being with me, and we will see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.